Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Judy with Judy P's Crafty Journeys. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. All right, I am bringing you a tutorial. I have not done a tutorial in a long time. Well, actually, that's not exactly true. I did one last night, and when I was videotaping it from my phone, it showed that it was straight up and down, and when I went up to upload it, it was sideways. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm doing it one more time, ensuring that it will not do that, because the last video on my mall haul was sideways and I hated having to put it up because I did that one a couple of times. Just haven't been having good luck with the camera lately. But anyway, so what I'm going to do today is, it is what it is. I don't care if somebody makes a loud noise outside or if they walk in or what have you. This is it. So just letting you know in advance if you hear anything. Just not going to do it again. But anyway, seriously, guys, right here I have the materials that you would need. I call this my spin tag flip down folio. And there's been many people that have made different kinds of folios, ones that flip out, flip up, flip down. And I did a little bit different of a spin. I've just seen so many people do different folios that I really don't have anyone that did one exactly like the one that I've done, I believe. So, but mine's called the Spin Tag Flip Down Folio. And I had actually made these back in October of last year for Halloween. And they make great racks. They make great ephemera for inside your journals. And so I will show them to you, but here's a rundown of the list. You would need a piece of paper, and you're not going to use the whole piece of paper probably, but I think I started out with a size 8 by 10. It just depends on how big you want to make these. But either a piece of cardstock, 8 by 10 or 12 by 12, some thinner scrapbook paper and or notebook paper, some dyed coffee, tea paper, for the little notepad that's in the inside, a 1-inch circle punch, a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I only have a 2-inch circle punch, so I kind of like traced my spin disc part with a thing of washi. You can do that or use, whatever is round that you think is the right size, but I thought the 2-inch was too big for the size that I'm making. A bone folder, a pencil and a ruler, scissors, crocodile, or a handheld punch. I think the crocodile would be just fine. Brads, eyelets. You can use washi tape, anything you can think of to make this your own. The one I'm going to show you today, I'm not using washi on, but yeah, I mean, you can just get as crazy and as elaborate as you want with these. It's just fun. You just do whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes you happy, right? All right, so I'm going to put this up here, and I'll bring that back later. But I think once you see me do it, I don't think it's very hard at all. I think that it's very easy. I'm going to flip through these real quick. This is a small one, and I did the closure with just a round magnet. I didn't cover it up. You could go and cover it up if you wanted to. And then here is the little notepad with the coffee dyed paper and the calendar. And then here is the tags that are attached to the spin, so you can spin these out and just write on the table however you want, or you can sit there and you can take the spinner out. This one I had some pretty cool little Halloween tags in it. I've got 5 in there, 5 smaller ones, and you can write on the back. So you can do either, or you can leave them in there, or you can take them out. And then their calendar right here. I started doing them in September for October, actually. That's why I have this at September, because I haven't done anything with this one yet. So they're all going to look that way. But here's the medium size one. Same exact thing. And then you've got your tags that you can pull out. Or you can leave them in there to write on that way. And then just set them down and spin them out. So that's totally up to you. I just think they're kind of fun, you know. And then here's my big one, and I don't have measurements for the big one or the small one. I just eyeballed them because I'm not big on doing measurements. I like eyeballing things. So here's the calendar and the paper again and the tags. So that's what I did with that one. I just worked with what I had. And then what I have done with some of them that I have made, I actually put one in a journal that I made. And what it was is it was a hardback cover journal. And so on the inside, front and back cover, you can put these in. You can either make a pocket and slide it in there, or if you didn't want to be able to remove the paper pad or the calendar or the tags for that matter, where you could still do the tags, you could actually just glue it on there. But, you know, a lot of people might want to just refill them. That's another thing that's nice with them, with using the brads, is that you can refill all of that stuff when you're done with it. So I thought that was really cool as well. Just a couple of ideas. All right, so last night when I messed up, I made this one. And so this is one I actually had done last night, and my video had went perfect, and I was like, yay, until, of course, like I said, sideways. But this one I did Velcro right here. So, and when you make your tags, you just want to make sure it doesn't go past here. So I probably could even made them a little bit longer if I wanted to. So I made that one last night. Now the one I'm going to put together today is this one, and I'm just going to show you what I did. And these are the measurements of this for the medium size one that I've made. So this is going to be 4 inches wide, and the length of it is going to be 10.5 long. Okay. The top of it, you're going to fold down to 1.5 inches. And then this next piece will be 4 inches down to the next fold. And then this last piece right here will be 4 inches. Or 4.5 inches. So 1.5 inches, 4.5, and 4.5. Okay. And then what I do is after I get it cut out, then I like to take the edges and I like to put a decorative punch to it. So I have this one here that does 4 different ones, and it also embosses it as well. So you can see right here how it embossed it, and I kind of went over it with some distress ink. So this is like a shabby chic look, and I believe this one to be a shabby chic look as well. So then I punched those edges, and I did my distressing. And then what you want to do, and I would say probably about, and of course, no, I didn't bring my ruler down here with me, but I'd say it's like maybe 1 inch or 1/2 inch in. You're going to want to take your 1 inch punch, and you're going to want to, I like to do it upside down so I can see what I'm doing. And you want to get it just halfway in here, so that you're going to get like a half moon, and then you punch it, and then you'll get this little chunk out, little half a circle, where your spinner will, where you'll put your spinner into. Okay. And then, like I said, I distressed it. And then what I'm going to do is, I had already had these pre-done too, because I wanted to kind of have the video not be real super duper long. But here is my coffee dyed calendar. And I think we can get rid of October, November, December, February. We'll just start with March, I guess. So I'm just going to put it from March on. And so I've got those. And then I've also got my pieces of my coffee dyed paper. And I've already punched my holes in it. And then what I like to do is I like to make sure that when I do my holes, I want to make sure that where I've punched out here on the edges, that my paper doesn't hang over it. So I will put it so that that does not do that. You can eyeball it and put it however, you know, whatever way you think it looks good. Just make sure that it doesn't get in the fold here at the bottom either, or in the middle, I should say. And then just take your pencil and mark the holes, okay, for that. And then you can do the same for the calendar. And I'm going to put that up as high as I can. So I kind of like to get them away from the tags a little bit. And center it about as best as I can. Like I said, I am eyeballing everything because I'm just not a big measurer. And these don't have to be perfect. I mean, it's nice that, you know, you get them as close as possible. And then you're going to take your, well, I was going to use my handheld punch, but I know it'll work on these ones up here, but it won't work on these down here because they're too far in. So I'll just go ahead and use my big guy here and get those out. So I'll punch my little marks out. Gotta have a steady hand here, evidently, right? All right. He is so handy, isn't he, guys? He chomps through anything. All right, so I got him out of the way. Get this trash out of the way. It drives me nuts. All right. So then I'm going to use some green brads to put my things in. And I want to make sure here that my papers are even here. I'm going to go ahead and put this. I got one that's a little bit smaller here. And then you're going to, of course, put your brad through it. And if I can get them on the first try, I'll be lucky. My fingernails get in the way sometimes. Another thing nice too is sometimes these brads will actually kind of blend in depending on what kind of paper you're using. If not, you can cover those up with some washi or ribbon or whatnot. But on the ones I'm putting in now, or it might be the bottom ones. Anyway, I'll show you when I'm done. If you cover them up, you're gonna, when you go to take the stuff out, it's gonna make it tear if you've got something glued on there. So I would use something probably small. Too bad they weren't green on that side too, huh? So I've got that in, and then we're going to do our calendar and get that in. Okay. Maybe, oh my goodness. Something so easy sometimes just tends to be difficult. Difficult. All right. My little calendar isn't perfect either, the way I cut them, but that's all right. It's really not that big of a deal. Oh, my goodness. There we go. And then the other side. All right. There we go. I didn't have to fight with them as bad as I thought I was going to have to. All right, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your little spinner that you've made and your tags, and I have them pre-cut as well. I have various different papers there, and you're going to want to punch a hole in the center of this, and I'm going to eyeball that as well, and we'll see what happens. And yes, guys, I am a southpaw, and just to let you know too, guys, if you're a southpaw, don't ever get left-handed scissors. Use the right-handed scissors like what I'm using here. I bought a pair of left-handed scissors. Somebody told me to do that, and I am telling you, it was horrible because I guess I turned my hand inward when I cut. And so then I got these left-handed scissors and I couldn't cut straight with them. I kept wanting to go like, and it's just a mess. So you might want to stick to the right-handed scissors, just for your information, people out there that may be southpaws like me. But anyway, you want to get this hole probably about what, like a 1/8 of an inch in. And let's see here. And then go ahead and punch through everything if it lets me. Am I going to be able to get through all that? I hope so. Barely. Oh, well, you know what? I'm not going to on this one either. So I just was barely going to make it, and I don't want to chance it. So I'll just get my big guy out again and shake the camera real good there by using it. Oh, goodness. All right. And then these are attached by a brad as well. So I will put that in there. And of course I had to let go of it. And since I did, then I lost all hold of it here. So, okay. And I came really close to the edge on this. So just be really careful when you punch that. All right. All righty. There we go. All right. And, oh, what I wanted to do too, which I should have done before I hooked it together, I wanted to distress this pink a little bit, so it's just not so bright, since I kind of grunged up the other one a little bit. I'm just going to kind of do that to this too. I love to distress things. Sometimes they get a little carried away, but... And... All right, there we go. That's a little better. Looks better to me. And then this is going to go this way, because when you flip it, oops, see, it just hooks in there really nice, so that when you flip it up, it's going to be right there. And you can expect that this is probably going to hang out. Sometimes I get mine hanging out more than others. I try to be consistent, but it doesn't really bother me. I kind of like doing that anyway. You know, it's kind of like one of those fidget spinners, right? But anyway, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more distress on this one and try to go over these silver brad ends right there, so they are not as bright. There we go. And I even had done some green on here as well. All right. All right. I'm going to stop before there's entirely too much. Well, I don't know. I want it to look shabby chic, right? There we go. Make it even more grungier. There we go. That's much better now. I got to do the back. Oops, let me pick it up here because I'm shaking the table. I apologize. I'm going to get these brad parts back here too and try to get them not so shiny. There we go. Much better. Just run that over there a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we got some shabby chicness going on. All right, so then what's left to do is to put on the closure, and I'm just going to use this right here, these little Velcro tabs that I get at, where did I get these? I think, oh, I got them at the dollar store, actually. And I'll put it like right up in here because I don't want it to be showing when I put it down. And it'll be stick, and it stays real nice and neat. And that's it. So you could have too, like I said, if you wanted to cover these, you could. If I was going to cover them, I would distress these roses a bit, and I would have like cut one out here and one right there, or put a few, you know, a strip down here, and I could distress those as well. That would be entirely up to you. Just a thought, suggestion for you. And that's it, guys. So this is the spin tag flip down folio that I have made. And I just think they're a lot of fun, and I think they make a great, nice piece of ephemera in your journals. And like I said, you can make them as big or as small as you want. So guys, there is, again, if you want to see the specifics on it again, I'll put them there for a second. And then I also want to say that I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are subscribers. Any new subscribers, welcome. I really appreciate you being here as well. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I really love this crafty community and how everybody supports each other, and it's just wonderful. So, all right, you guys, so that was that. I'm going to move that, and I just also want to say that do not forget that life is a journey, not a destination. And until my next video, guys, I will see you later. Bye, guys.